Good morning, everyone, or good evening. This is Chief Meteorologist Aidan Harper here. We are just now setting everything up for the LNAT Severe Weather and News Anchoring channel or YouTube channel. Um, just it's very nice to see all y'all have a lot of this support going out, especially from the principal of the middle school, Mr. Patterson, Mr. Lynn. I really appreciate y'all's support for this. Um, so, any ado, we're going to go ahead and just tell y'all what is in store for all that. We'll eventually add the other people onto this just for them to give their own little interview, for me to interview them. Why did they join LNAT? Why did they want to join LNAT? Things like that. Um, there could be a chance that if more into the school year, we might interview a few students, uh, um, in the school, maybe one day, all the way through K through 12. So we'll start planning that, something like that. But overall, we're just scratching the surface for all of this stuff. So any ado, let's get on for what I do here. All right. So any ado, what I am doing is obviously, as you may see, like right here, chief meteorologist. I am the chief meteorologist of LNAT. I'm also the creator of the website and YouTube channel. So I am part of the operator of the creative team. If you're really creative and like to do certain things such as coding, engineering, e-engineering, any IT things like helping with computers and have a lot of knowledge on that. You are welcome to join us. Matter of fact, to see if anything goes wrong, like with anything coding wise. If we do something like that, I'm still setting up a little bit of coding with the website. So if there's any type of forecast that needs to go out, um, it will immediately send it out once something gets put out to the website and off to Twitter. Maybe if we make the account here soon, I don't know. We're trying to in the process of doing that, or things like that. Um, we are also looking for more meteorologists. So if there's anyone in the school district that is a student there, that is interested in meteorology, wants to know learn meteorology, wants to be part of the team in general, you can either talk to me by emailing me at aiden.harper at stu.larue dot kyschools.us, or you can also email me on my personal email, wwsweatherspotters8@gmail.com. Or you can also talk to me in person. Um, if you're in the high school or middle school, you might be able to see me walking across the halls, most likely. Um, so just generally stuff like that. But just going on for what my purpose is and what I do mainly is I'm going to go ahead and go on with that. So bear with me 1 second. And here we go. So this is what we'll be doing to show the current, just to give y'all a bit of what it will look like. So this is my weather platform. If you're into weather and like stuff like this, you may be pretty familiar with this website. It is called Weatherwise. if it will show up. I'm so sorry. I did not. Um, so this is called Weatherwise, and this basically can show us constant weather information like this, 24/7 each day. We also have more stuff that I won't quite get into. That will probably be like a separate video on the YouTube channel. There might be a few shorts from my past times because this used to be my main YouTube channel. Just by the way, so there might be a lot of other stuff that you may not understand. That's okay. If you want to watch that, you don't need to watch that. This is just for now, just a placeholder YouTube channel until I figure out why I can't make my actual email. But any that's not what this is about. This is basically just showing the current Doppler radar and a current minute scan. So every minute that a new Doppler radar scan comes out, this will immediately get it through this little beam that's scanning. This is just showing it's where it's currently scanning, where is it going to possibly update, stuff like that, and what is the radar taking a look at. So what you're currently looking at is the reflectivity model, the reflectivity presentation, aka the precipitation intensity. So basically, very calm weather, nothing like that. So it'll just be very light blue. So if there were to be severe weather, there would be more specks into the radar. So you may see me like click around this stuff. You may see reflectivity X, max reflectivity, velocity, correlation coefficient, differential reflectivity. I'll get into that real soon. This is the same thing. Reflectivity X is just more closer range. So velocity is basically telling us the current winds in the upper atmosphere, about which can go about 100,000 feet into the atmosphere, which is very nice due to what we need. So if we switch this thing called tilt, this can basically just tilt the beam of the radar via this. This is just bringing up archive scans to now scans. So you can get archive scans, maybe future scans, who knows? Okay. But correlation coefficient, this is basically kind of like reflectivity, but a little more enhanced. It's basically showing the like reflectivity, the intensity of something. But here's the thing: if there's a major tornado on the ground, like let's just say a major EF5, and it's lofting up a butt ton of debris, we'll have this on. Just check if there's a debris ball, which is a drop of correlation coefficient, which will be a little blue ball. If there's a velocity couplet, which is two velocities combining together showing a rotation, and if there's a likely hook with reflectivity. But here's one thing: it isn't always hooks with reflectivity scans and with tornado scans. The reason why is because if there is a line of thunderstorms, or there's a bunch of other storms jumbled into what we're currently jumbling, you won't really see that, which is bad. We don't want that. So that's where velocity comes in hand. We'll check that, see what the rotation currently is, and stuff like that. So the only times we'll ever go live is if there's a major severe. First off, if there is a major severe weather event either expected or ahead of us, either today or into maybe next month, if it comes to it. If there is currently a severe weather event, or if there is what we call a enhanced risk for severe weather across our viewing area that may impact us if need to be just viewed. That will be pretty much the only time. But if we do, it's probably just going to be a recording, just to show a general overview of the current day. What's the temperatures for today? What the rain chances are? Just basically general weather stuff. We won't really get too in depth with this unless if there is a severe weather event likely, but it hasn't been posted about anything yet, and it is on my own thoughts and other severe weather forecaster thoughts. just by the way, I also get help by other forecasters, such as National Weather Service forecasters, only like one or two SBC or Storm Prediction Center forecasters, um, other forecasters um, on other platforms that I will not name, um, storm chasers that we may be putting up like onto the side or may come up ever so often, or something like that. So basically, that's what we're going to do. I might do a few news headlines if our main news anchor, aka named Samuel Williams, if they aren't available, I will do like what will it be like? Like what are the current major sporting events that I'm biased about, such as wrestling, marching band stuff, football, maybe a few soccer or softball or baseball stuff events that may come into the future, or when new sports seasons end or start. Um, I won't go too in depth with student testing and certain grades. I think Samuel Williams will get into that. Maybe, who knows? But sorry if I'm doing this a whole lot. Allergies. But any ado, just my job is just to give y'all weather information when it comes out, and when it does come out, to give it out in a good and a very in understanding way. Um, so that's basically up for me. That's basically all. For any of the videos in the actual YouTube channel before this recording, that is a collection stuff that I like to do called I am part of the something called the EAS committee, which is people that have situational awareness stuff that are interested in weather, interested in like radios, like no weather radios, um, have watched YouTubers that have done it for a long time, and stuff like that. So basically, just weather committee and also the EAS committee. So that whole bunch of globber gook is on there if you want to watch that. I don't really get too in depth with that. I want to warn y'all, there might be a few strong language area videos. I'm going to try fixing that the best I can. Some of the videos I can't go back and fix. So here soon, I'll try to go back, fix that, try to censor a lot of any of those bad words the best I can. But some of these videos that go all the way in the past, I probably cannot, to be honest with you. And these were like way before I was like in seventh grade and way before I was doing this stuff. So I did not know I was going to be doing this. So who knows what will happen. But that's pretty much just going to do it for right now. I hope y'all enjoy this little bit of me, of my recording. Either Anthony Whalen or Samuel Williams will most likely be doing the same thing, just doing a bit of an interview. What stuff will they use? What will it be like? There may be a chance if there's a field trip anytime during the school year, which will probably be at the end of the school year. Somewhere between there. We might do some road conditions for the local areas, such as where it goes all the way to Mount Washington, Brandenburg, like all the way to here, from here to here, most likely. Maybe up to Louisville, because there might be a few chances the marching band has to go to a Louisville competition. Maybe Warren, who knows? But as far as I'm concerned, we'll don't really get into that. But since this is the peak marching band year, we'll have a marching band competition coming up. I think September 6th. Also, Labor Day is coming up September 1st. So make sure you take that extra Monday. So it'll be a pretty short week. We'll only have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So we'll have like a 4-day week. So that's really nice. We want that. I don't want to be slow either. That's just my opinion. Don't get mad at me. But I do. that's practically all we're going to be. I'll need to say as far as right now. But it's really nice for y'all to watch us. The best of our support really benefits us. So we know what should we keep doing, what should we not keep doing, what should we fix. If you have any opinions on what we should fix, what we should keep doing, and what we should not do, I'm fine with doing that. I'm fine with all that stuff. So make sure y'all are hitting that subscribe button, hitting that like button to support us. As far as right now, this is just going to be the end of this video. Thank you all so much for the support. And this is Chief Meteorologist Anna G. Harper, part of the LCPS Weather News and Weather Service. And as always, stay weather aware, stay safe.